Hello and welcome to Thalric Plays Darkest Dungeon. The following episode was recorded during one of my live streams on Twitch, so without further ado, let's jump into the episode. So I think I'm going to try one more, and then we're going to end the stream for today, so... Now she obviously doesn't have anything, although the Berserk Mask probably isn't bad and I don't have it yet. But I would actually also really like to get the Dark Tambourine for the Jester. Can't go into the Wield, I don't have rank 5s yet already. So the Siren will be left Siren, I guess. And yeah, others plot to kill you, of course. And we'll go for the Fulminating Prophet to get the Jester Tambourine here. So what do we need here to make that work? First of all, I'd really like to take a real healer. To make that safer for myself. So I really have only 2 occultists. Now I really start to notice stuff like that. So I can't take an abomination. Okay, now it actually becomes a lot more complicated as to who I want to take. But maybe we do this. Discard, and then I can put him in front. And who do I want here in second? We could go with James. Yeah, that works, I think. And for the Prophet, should be okay. Overall, isn't it? I think so. So let's see if I need to upgrade more here first. We do. Okay, but everybody else is already there. And then I also just need to upgrade a bunch of stuff here. Pistol shot, point blank, and all of these. So, anything more here? That looks pretty okay to me. Do this one, and yeah, also have a stress heal available. Seems pretty useful. Yes, okay. Everybody has the skills that I want them to. Nope. Probably want to go with a Wicked Slice. Yeah, I'm obviously trying to kill you, James. What else would I be doing? So let's go with the trinkets. And I still think I'd really like to build her for as much healing as possible. I've been doing that a lot. She will get her support heal stuff, and afterwards maybe we go with the Ancestors map for the scouting chance on her. I think that's fine. James will get Dismas's head and a Book of Sanity, I think. And what do we have on him? Oh, I do have the Holy Orders twice by now. So that's already reduced stress. So what should I give him as well, or else? That could be good, but I don't know. Let's just go with the Sun Ring, I guess, for this. And I do feel fairly confident about this group doing anything useful. So, bring enough food. That was a problem before. With that general. Of course I'm going to... No, you did not kill this mess. Of course now I'm going to run into more Shamla altars again, I guess. Yeah, I really like the Sun Ring. And I've actually got a pretty good setup for dark runs as well. I've got 2 Moon Rings and 2 Moon Cloaks. And for the Hellion, I've got the Hell's Hairpin and stuff like that, so if I can afford to, I'm going to go in dark as well sometimes now. But not against the boss, I think. And ideally with a jester, so that I don't have to deal with too much stress. But I think this group is looking okay as it is, and we can embark. Because it is almost 2:30 in the morning in Germany right now, so this is going to be my last one for today.
And the knives I delivered so enthusiastically into his back. How had he returned time and time again to rouse the townfolk with his wild speculations and prophecies?
But for anybody that's interested in watching again, of course, my next stream is going to be on Wednesday.
Mindless tittering.
Okay, so really long way again. Game is starting to do that more. Oh boy. So on Wednesday, 8 p.m. CET, so Central European Time, which is GMT +1, in case anybody's wondering, and that is about 6.5 hours ago. Just so if you're in your time zone and you want to just do math backwards. I can't talk anymore. I'm sorry. Every sort of eloquence is gone. Let's just try to kill this thing, I guess. Is a mark really worth it? She would be much better if I had a second mark target, didn't I? I don't have a second mark, though. Let's go with the blind fire. That works. And I doubt I will stun, but her damage really isn't that big, so I might as well, because we do have the decreased stun from her as well. So what's the base stun here? 129 against 70. Let's just go for the damage, I guess. The ghoul is not that bad. Yeah, Howl, you do that. So... Oh, I didn't even need to go for a blind fire. I could have just gone for the moment, but...
Prodigious size alone does not
there we go. Oh, Heaven's Hairpin. That one I don't have yet. That's kind of cool. And a bag of marbles, which actually might not be such a bad thing to have. But I'm going to dump it off, I'm pretty sure, because I assume we're going to need the room. So, let's just hope that I can do better than last time, shall we? Ouch.
Unnerved, unbalanced.
Anything you want to focus on? I could just mark and set myself up here, but with the duelist advance, I think we want to just shoot her and just hope that we can kill her with the duelist advance. Because now I'm back to killing the stress dealers, and she's actually really doing a lot there. Okay, thank you.
Give them no quarter.
That's the wrong target, buddy. Could you please not crit me and just attack my highwayman? That would be very nice. We can do this though. Nope. Do this. Reduce her stress a little bit. And she can go for a single target kill herself. It's probably the best choice to make. So, blank shot? Ah, not quite enough, unfortunately, but almost. Quarrel back there is fine. That's the right target, though, so... Ah, come on. Let's do this. Oh, thank you. Nice crit heal. And do I get lucky with the blind fire? I don't. Well, it was worth a shot. Could have hit the guy in the front. Would have kept me or saved me one attack there. So we probably still want to take this guy out now. And these two together is actually a really nice setup for healing because of her heal buff that she applies when she uses her battlefield bandage. So I think we really shouldn't have big problems with health today. Yeah, might as well just move her, I guess. Just the group heal is not that valuable right now. Is that a protection debuff from her? No, it's a dodge debuff from her, unfortunately. So, do this.
formation is
a little bit longer than expected, but overall, still perfectly fine. Oh, nice, a sapphire. There we go, and get rid of that. Get some scouting. What do we get? What do we see? Do like to hear a pling, but we don't. But that's fine. It's slightly ajar. Let's go for that. Oh, wow, really? 75 gold. I feel rich. So rich. Let's get rid of the bag of marbles, because we're going to get more money out of that sooner or later. Really? 75? Oh, come on. Okay, thank you. I did have medicinal herbs for that. Why did... Oh, and of course now I run into the trap. That's something you will have to get used to when I am annoyed at stuff, because it did something I don't want to. I stop paying attention to traps. So about a fourth of the time I run into them when I shouldn't. Maybe. I try to get out of that habit, but it doesn't always work. Well, not usually, just sometimes. Nah, dodge, really? Stun chance here isn't really good, is it? Well, actually, might be okay. Let's try. Yep, thank you. So, these guys in the back are kind of annoying. So I think I'm going to mark it so that we have a better chance of just killing it with one shot. And she can do this. If I would only hit. That is a little bit too much to ask right now. But the repose is really, really nice. So he's definitely going to die from the mark. Or by being marked. I might not be leaving the best impression about my gameplay skills in Darkest Dungeons right now. Darkest Dungeon. I can't even say the name of the game anymore. It's come that far.
As the theme falls,
everything's has been going really well until the last two missions. Now things are starting to go sour. It's what I've been waiting for. Doesn't necessarily makes me more happy about it. Oh, okay, decreased stun resist. So could you please stop with attempting goblets? That would be kind of appreciated. Thank you.
decimated.
That's one way of stopping that from happening. Ground pound. Oh boy. So I do need to start doing more heals, and I think now we might actually just go for both of these. And that's a heal for 12. That's pretty good. I'm more annoyed at how it turned out, because I was missing just 2 food to not get stress damage. The Shambler fight actually went really, really well, all things considering. And after that, just everything went wrong, and that was a little bit sad more than everything else. Okay, but yeah, you're right. It's one thing goes wrong, and then suddenly you get annoyed at everything, and I need to just stop that. So let's do so, and just get back into it and do everything right from now on. Sounds like a good idea? I think so. Let's not take those. I'd really like to make room for the portraits though. So what do I dump for that? Is there a lot of bleed damage? I didn't see any bleed damage so far, so we're going to get rid of the bandages. Okay, let's keep moving. Okay, that one is pretty okay again, I think. Overall, probably going to do this. I think the main issue out of the Shambler fight was the stress damage.
Decisive pummeling.
Not everything else, and that I think still the problem with the last party just was that I didn't have a real healer. The best I had was my the best I had was the Plague Doctor, and that's just such a small heal and that was not enough. If I had taken more food, I could have healed myself more, and that would have left me in a better position to do stuff, because I was really close to actually being okay with trying to kill the Luring Siren, because we were right in front of her. But running into that hunger tile without the food to actually eat just pretty much killed that completely. Otherwise, I might have tried. But still getting the Ancestors map out of it is still not something to complain about, I guess. And we still got 15,000 gold, I think, overall. So it was still a pretty successful mission. I'm just more annoyed that I wasn't able to finish it, and then that it was the first one that I wasn't able to finish after over 40 excursions here. But it happens sooner or later. Ooh, nice, that was nice damage.
Has no intrinsic merit, unless inordinate exsanguination be considered a virtue.
I know, James. So do I need anything from that? Possibly not. I think I might just dump some torches though and take the busts. Because we can also just camp. Do I maybe want to leave it like that and start him with that? Is that better? I do actually like the riposte more, I think, so we're going to switch them back. So. Okay. And that scouting is working out for us right now. That's pretty good. So what are we going for again? Oh yeah, the Fulminating Prophet. That means I need to attack him in the backline, which is why these work out pretty well. I think we should be able to do pretty fine there. I think he was one of the first bosses that I killed on the apprentice level, so I don't completely remember what he does again, but I think he was okay overall. What do I need for the confession booth again? Holy water. Otherwise, it might be bad. 50% chance to get a little bit of stress. You know what? Let's try. Yep. Okay. Happens. But that's still okay. There we go. Next fight. It's in my nature, James. You know that. I know I made the smart choice, but I got very close to being okay with trying, and it just wasn't quite enough. And that happens, and I know that, but I still would have liked to do that. Yeah, sure. Let me give you a peek there. So we've got Holy Orders and the Sun Ring on our Crusader. And can I actually go through everybody else? Yes, we can. We've got Dismas's head on our Highwayman here, who isn't actually Dismas. Dismas is still in town right now. And a Book of Sanity. Then we've got the Sacred Scroll on our Vestal, together with Junia's head for maximum healing, as well as... I do like the Medic Greaves, I don't know why, I just like them. And the Ancestors map on her. And I do actually notice all the stress damage, it's quite a lot, but we can do that.
You.
And thank you very much for following Unfirth Gaming. Is that how you pronounce that? Is that correct? I hope so. It's always what I'm asking myself when I have to pronounce something that I'm not really sure of. So I'm contemplating the use of Sacred Scroll in the future, because it does really make her stun much less useful. It should still be enough to stun here, though, hopefully. Yes, thank you.
The promise of safety.
So I should try to avoid the stress damage a bit more, maybe, than I've been doing so far. Yeah, let's not question the consistency of Dismas being alive and us having Dismas' head in the back. That can only lead to some weird consequences. Okay, could you please kill? No, almost. The crit is a little bit of stress relief again, so I think we're okay with that. Let's kill him. Okay, nice. Very happy that I know how to pronounce stuff. Bye-bye. So...
This expedition at least promises
do I want to
success.
dump something off for that? Let's Let's get rid of the herbs, I guess. Although, do we really need cress? I don't know. It's fine. Let's keep going like this. And I'm really hoping for a scout just to see if it might be worth it to go left here. Even though we don't need to. Yeah, that Ancestors map is really working out for us. So there's just 2 curios in this direction, so I think it might be okay to just take a quick detour. Even though we hit a hunger tile. I think I do have the... Do I have the Tome of Holy Healing? I don't know. Is that a general trinket or is that a Vestal thing? Oh yeah, just for the ruby, it's really nice.
Otherworldly corruption.
And now, of course, I just dumped off the medicinal herb so we can't touch the Iron Maiden again. Oh well. So we are running a little bit low on torchlight, but we're still okay, I think. And we just, well, actually, I really hope we get the scout to see in which room he is, so that I don't have to go blind in somewhere. Really? Hey, the pack has a map inside. Even better. That might reveal the boss already. And it does. Okay, and that's an empty room. So, perfect setup. We know where we need to go. Your back paradox? I created it because my Dismas is still alive. Okay, so it's a Vestal trinket. I don't think I have that one yet. I didn't find it yet. I'm still missing so many of these class-specific trinkets, unfortunately. Would be really nice to get more of those, so I think we can just keep the torchlight up here for this last thing.
The path is clear. We require only the strength to follow it.
So, get rid of the maggots before they can do anything. Oh, nice crit. That is really, really good. Yeah, blind fire. Could have hit the maggot for more damage. Didn't, but oh well. Yeah, I really like the Sacred Scrolls, also for the reduced stress, but that's minus stun skill chance really is annoying to deal with. So I probably don't really need to heal here, because we are going to camp anyways in a moment. So we might as well just go for a little bit of damage with her.
Another one falls.
And just through the camping we will get all the health back anyways, I think. I'm much rather concerned with stress. I should have stress healed. We're going to get rid of as much stress as possible as well, but still. Could you just not? And crit on top of everything. Holy crap. Okay. So, who do I stress heal? Probably still our healer. She's the most important one to not get a check there. And I think now it's actually worth it to just to be on the safe side. Yeah, the minus speed, I can see that. I can see that. She really is not acting very fast.
Be wary. Triumphant pride precipitates a dizzying fall.
A dizzying fall. So let's actually just move over there and check out that curio real quick to see if that's something that we can use. Oh, another hunger tile. Who would have thought? Really? I should not have taken a look. I should not have taken a look. Okay. Okay. That's nice. No! I was swallowing in self-pity here. Oh, come on. It's another Shambler altar. So, we are going to camp now, in case you were wondering.
Huddled
and
together, furtive and vulnerable. Rats in a maze.
We're going to go with full and not with feast. It's risky, but I want to do the Shambler after the Prophet. And I don't want to run into a hunger tile again before that. Or I should give myself the best setup. So let's feast still. It's the best, it's the right thing to do. And now we're just going to go with everything else. Okay. So. I really would like to prevent a nighttime ambush. Well, actually, nighttime ambush might not be the worst thing ever to deal with. What we should try is... all companions plus protection could be good. So we really should go with a chance here, I guess. So minus stress, yeah. Oh, that's just one, though. Ooh, okay, let's see. Marching plan could be good. So definitely this one, because we all have stress and we can use the buff. I'd really like the gallows humors, but there's a chance of increasing stress, so that's not really a good choice. So we can go for these. I could heal a little bit more if I really want to. So how much do we have left? 4. So we probably just want to keep going with stress relief and... I don't know, can I do anything else? Maybe we just want to go for this one instead. Yeah, let's do that. So like this. And I can't do anything else, so let's see what we get. No nighttime ambush, so we're moving in towards the boss.
And purpose is made clear.
Oh, hello. That's nice.
For a task well performed.
And there's another trap that I'm not going to run into, so I'm, what, 2 for 4 in this dungeon? Something along those lines. So, boss. Boss first, and then we're going to see.
Behind the pews, spouting his mindless drivel.
Wait. I don't remember any of that. That's the issue here. Oh, nice. So apparently something just happened there. We should probably mark him. Yeah, I do love my jesters. Both of them. They're always fun. So I feel like we're going to get hit by something here in a moment. So I think I'm going to buff my protection. I assume that's a good call. And we probably don't really need to heal yet, so we are just going to go with the judgment here. Pretty decent damage already. I'm trying to avoid that, James, if at all possible. Yeah, okay, that's not that bad though. So, okay, now he's not in a good position to attack there, so let's do this. Possibly not the ideal setup, but we can get him a little bit closer. Okay, thank you. He's going to resummon those, isn't he? I don't completely remember, but I think that's what he does. As I said, I don't remember much about this one. Yeah, a little bit of stress added on there, and a stun. Rubble of Ruin, there we go, yeah. Oh boy, that damage does smart quite a bit though, so... It's a love-hate relationship, James. You know that. So, I need to put a little bit more effort into healing right now, unfortunately. But that's fine. We're going to keep the Highwayman in second position right now to keep him a bit safer. I probably should still buff up my protection. Eye on you. That's still okay. That's just stress. Oh, okay. I did not know that, but I can't really focus on killing them right now. I think this is okay, but I'm going to try and kill them in a moment, maybe, but that damage is pretty big, actually. Holy crap. Ooh, buddy. So, what do? We probably keep healing here, and that healing buff does stack as well, so it's 66% by now. But let's try to get rid of these. I think he can do that right now. Group heal? Group heal? I think so. Yeah, I camped. Unferth. I did end up camping, so do I want to destroy those? Now they've got so many, they've got more and more hit points, so I think I'm still going to target the Prophet when I get to.
Dazed, reeling, about to break.
I do not have something to address Blight. Oh, double dodge. Perfect. Thank you so much. That gives me a lot of breathing room again. Maybe not a lot, but enough. Let's hope for enough. You need to heal yourself, don't you? Yeah, that works though. So... also more damage versus marked, so I think I'm going to mark him again. Oh, yeah, that would have been a good call. That's true. I did not think about that I should move her. I don't like her stress. I think we're gonna do this. Okay, that hurts. But ideally we're going to kill him before he gets another round of those. That crit is a really good start there. And she's also going to just take her shot. Oh, come on. He's starting to look really bad as well. Ooh. So, he might get it. Okay, that's good. He does not get the rubble down right now. That's pretty good. Ah, there it comes, though. Oh, yeah. James is at death's door.
On the brink, the abyss.
Oh. Could he just not die, please? Thank you.
Did he foresee
So,
his own demise?
we're not going to do the Shambler. I'm sorry, but we're not going to do the Shambler. Ah, okay. Consecrated Pew. They're... Pews? That's a weird word. They're worth money. Okay. But I'm still going to not do the Shambler. It's not a good idea. Do I have anything else to dump off? The shovels for that. So there we go. Yeah, let's leave. Still very successful. And I don't need to do a Shambler every time. I'm pretty okay with that. Oh, more rank 5s. Unyielding. No, no, no. Too late. Real Tactician. Stout. As well as Scurvy.
The plume and the pistol. A fitting end to my folly, and a curse upon us all.
So, unequip all trinkets, sort by stuff. I can definitely sell some stuff here again. That one, for example. Yeah, I don't have that for the Vestal only, unfortunately. The blue one. I do have another one, though, we know... Oh, yeah, I doesn't really have that. Wait, what? I had the game before, but never had enough motivation because I got thrown 2 times. I came back out this time. Second time I'm watching other people now. Well, I mean, there's a lot. I don't know what. I think I've watched a lot on Darkest Dungeon, and there's actually, maybe I can actually give some tips. So, I think maybe some obvious stuff first. Every character has a distinct role in which he, or not a distinct role, a distinct position or bunch of positions you can put them in. You've got your frontliners like the Crusader or a Man-at-Arms or something like that. And then you've got the healers like the Occultist and the Vestal. And it's also pretty important to just see and check where you go, because for example in the ruins you've got mostly undead enemies, which means bleeding is pretty bad. So a Houndsmaster is really inefficient there because all of his attacks except for his stun bleed and they will always resist. In the Cove, it's the same. The fishy people are not very good at getting bled, so they will resist that. But they're both the undead and the fishmen are easier to blight, so you can take stuff like the Plague Doctor and stuff in there to make that easier on you. In the Wheel and the Warrens, it's the other way around, so that's pretty easy there. And there's just a lot to talk about, maybe, so if you've got any specific questions, that would be better, maybe. But Giscard still needs stress relief, so we'll only pray. So let's get rid of that. Wow, that's quite expensive. Can I get that a little bit cheaper, please? Transept? Nah, would have to do a lot in there. Doesn't really help that. So with gold, there's multiple stuff with gold. I think what helped me in the early game is that I found a specific trinket, which is this one. Let me scroll down real quick. The Seer Stone. And with that, you can get better scouting. So if you have a chance to increase your scouting, that's really useful because you have a chance to find a secret door or secret room, which is a gold star. It's a specific pling noise that happens when that pops up. And if you go in there and you use a key on the chest that's in there, for one, you will get these trinkets, which is Barristan's head, Dismas's head, and Junia's head. And you can also get so-called puzzling trapezohedrons, which are worth 2,500 gold each. Also, what James says, an antiquarian can be really helpful. The important thing with the antiquarian is you need to use the curios with the antiquarian for her to be able to loot extra stuff out of that, because she loots antiques out of that, and the small antiques, I think they stack infinitely, and they're worth 275 gold each, but out of a medium mission you can get 10 or more out of that, depending on the amount of curios that you get. And then you've got rare antiques, which are worth 1,000 each, so that's just really helpful. Also, what Duv once said, is that how you pronounce that? Just grind, be pretty careful with your money. You don't need to buy all the skills. Just what you need. For example, I don't use Finale or Solo on Kejiru's here, for example, or the Dirkstep, although I should probably use that one, but I have it on him. So I just don't spend the money. So that helps out a lot if you are careful with where you spend your money. So, yeah. Also, don't be afraid to sell trinkets if you don't use them. You can just get rid of them. And they, even the cheap ones, the common ones, sell for 750 gold. I could possibly do without a Book of Sanity, but I'm still waiting for one of my parties to wipe, so I'd like to have some extra. You also need stress relief still, so you don't care where you go though. Okay, let's sort by stress and just see if I need to go for anybody else there. These two possibly, but probably not. So let's get rid of the scurvy. Although I probably don't really need to take Holland out in the near future, so I think I might just leave him and maybe we'll take him with a grave robber that has Snuffbox unlocked or something like that, so that we can remove that. Thank you very much for watching this episode of Darkest Dungeon. If you want to catch me live during one of my streams on Twitch, feel free to follow the link to my channel and follow me there to get notified when I stream. You can also subscribe to my channel here if you haven't done so already. And then, because this is the end card in case you haven't noticed yet, here are two more suggestions as to what else you could watch from me. And that's it. So, thank you very much for watching and see you next time. Bye.